Tech giants are raking in more profit per second than the median weekly worker's earnings in the United States. A new study by fintech software company Tipalti revealed that Apple made more than $1,700 in profit per second in 2020, followed by Alphabet and Microsoft. Let's go through the trillion-dollar rise of Apple. 1976. Founders Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne created the company on April 1, 1976, as they set about selling computer kits to hobbyists, each of which was built by Wozniak. The first product was the Apple I. 1977. Apple released the Apple II in June
1976, when Woz and I designed the Apple II. What we tried to do was use the state-of-the-art technology available to us at that time to create a product that had a greater value for a computer than had ever before been realized. And I think we achieved that because Apple II went on to be the largest selling computer in the history of the world, and still is.
It was the first PC made for the mass market. 1981. Steve Jobs became chairman. 1984. The Macintosh was introduced during an ad break for the Super Bowl.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh.
And later officially unveiled during a launch event.
What we need now is the third industry milestone product, and that's what Macintosh is all about. We've been working on this thing for over 2 years now, and those of us that have been really close to it will all tell you it is insanely great.
It was discontinued a year later, and Jobs left the firm. 1987. Apple released the Macintosh II, the first color Mac. 1997. Apple announces it will acquire Next Software in a $400 million deal that involves Steve Jobs returning to Apple as interim CEO. He officially took the role in 2000.
So I was the interim CEO at Apple. Well, I think after 2.5 years, I hope that we've been able to prove to our shareholders at Pixar and our shareholders at Apple that maybe we can pull this dual CEO thing off.
2001. Apple introduced iTunes, OS X, and the first-generation iPod. The first iPod MP3 music player was released on October 23, 2001, at an event in Cupertino.
There it is, right there.
And was able to hold up to 1,000 songs.
This amazing little device holds 1,000 songs. And it goes right in my pocket.
2007. Apple unveils the iPhone.
An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device, and we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
2010. The first iPad was unveiled.
But we think we've got something that is. And we'd like to show it to you today for the first time. And we call it the iPad. So, let me show it to you now. This is what it looks like.
2011. Steve Jobs resigned in 2011 due to illness, handing the CEO title to Tim Cook.
I'd like to take a moment and thank everybody in the Apple community for the heartfelt support I got too. It really meant a lot. And I'd also like to especially thank Tim Cook and the entire executive team of Apple. They really rose to the occasion and ran the company very ably in that difficult period. So thank you guys. Let's give them a round of applause. So, I'm vertical. I'm back at Apple, loving every day of it. And I'm getting to work with our incredibly talented teams to come up with some great new products for you all in the future. So it's wonderful. Thank you.
Jobs died in October from pancreatic cancer.
After a battle with pancreatic cancer.
2014. Apple unveiled the Apple Watch.
Apple Watch is the most personal device we've ever created.
It also unveiled its first larger iPhones, the 6 and 6 Plus.
These are the new iPhones, the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. They are without a doubt the best iPhones we've ever done.
2015, after purchasing Beats from Dr. Dre, Apple launched Apple Music to compete with Spotify and other music streaming services.
Today we're announcing Apple Music, the next chapter in music, and I know you are going to love it. It will change the way that you experience music forever.
2016, Apple returned to its roots and announced the 4-inch iPhone SE.
So some people asked us, some people even pleaded with us, please keep the 4-inch products in our lineup. Well, today we're going to do just that, and we're going to make it a whole lot better. And as you may have heard, we're calling it the iPhone SE.
Meanwhile, firm is embroiled in a legal battle with the FBI, involving the agency demanding access to the locked phone used by Syed Farouk, who died in a shootout after carrying out a deadly December attack in San Bernardino, California, with his wife. The court order was dropped on March 28 after the FBI said a third party was able to unlock the device. 2017, Apple introduces the iPhone X, which removes the home button to make way for a futuristic edge-to-edge screen design and a new Face ID system that uses advanced sensors and lasers to unlock phones with just the owner's face.
Now let's talk about iPhone. iPhone 10 defined the future of the smartphone. It introduced new technologies that is at the cutting edge of what's possible. With a stunning all-screen design and intuitive gestures, with technologies like the True Depth camera system and Face ID, where your phone knows what you look like and your face becomes your password.
2018, in a first for the company, Apple introduces new features in its latest operating system, iOS 12, that encourage users to manage and spend less time on their devices. The move was spawned by a strongly worded letter from shareholders that urged the firm to address the growing problem of smartphone addiction among kids and teenagers.
Today is all about software, and we've got some very exciting updates across all 4 platforms. We're going to get started with iOS. iOS embodies our philosophy of putting the customer at the center of everything that we design. Every year, we deliver a major iOS update that brings awesome new features that will impact the world. To tell you all about what we have planned for this year, I'd like to introduce Craig Federighi.
Well, our next big release of iOS is, you guessed it, iOS 12. Now, our customers, of course, are going to receive iOS 12 as a free software update.
2019, in January, Apple reports its first decline in revenues and profits in a decade. CEO Tim Cook partly blamed steep declines in revenue from China. 2020, in March, Apple closes all its bricks and mortar retail stores outside of China in response to coronavirus. 2021, the first products Apple announced in 2021 were during the Spring Loaded event, where the company unveiled the AirTag, the new Apple TV 4K, the 24-inch iMac, a new color for the iPhone 12 line, and the brand new M1 iPad Pros. The iPhone 13 was announced on September 14, 2021, and went on sale 10 days later.
Now, let's talk about iPhone. Today, we are thrilled to introduce our next generation of iPhone. This is iPhone 13.
2022, Apple generated $214 million in profit per day in second quarter of 2022. Apple revealed the iPhone 14 on September 7th.
Today, we're here to talk about 3 products that have become essential in our lives: iPhone, AirPods, and Apple Watch.
Popular 6.1-inch size of iPhone 14 is joined by the new, larger 6.7-inch size of iPhone 14 Plus.
If you found this video interesting or helpful, hit the subscribe button so you can get more cutting-edge tech news and analysis like this. Thanks for watching.